Rod, 5-1 here at Eastbourne, the perfect response to the defeat last week.
Yeah, we come here today. We know it's a tough place. Obviously, they've got a different surface, so that's a little bit new to us. But they're a good side, and we knew that it's going to be a tough game. So to come here and get a win is fantastic. But to obviously score 5 and unfortunately concede right on the last 3 or 4 seconds of the game was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, good performance. As you've witnessed yourself, there's been a 1 or 2 sending offs for them today. But we have no control of that. At the end of the day, before that was happening, I thought we looked totally in ascendancy, and I thought our front 2 caused them some real big problems.
You brought back the 3 that you left out last week in Robbie Wilmot, Shamir Mullins and Josh Rees. Josh got his first goal of the season, and Shamir's contributed for his 9th goal of the season.
Yeah, I spoke about this in the interview last week. Robbie Wilmot wasn't declared fit until Saturday morning, or nearly fit till Saturday morning. He's had a week's rest now, so obviously, it was always worth bringing him back in, especially on this type of service. We just felt Shamir looked a little bit tired, and we just felt that we wanted to try and give Billy a run up there as well. Billy had a bit of bad news in the week, and we felt that it was an opportunity to try and give Billy the chance last week and hopefully get the ball down. But it didn't quite work out to plan. We had to try and salvage it at the end, and as we all know, there's been quite an heavy week of bits and pieces being said on forums and whatever. Fortunately today it never affected us, and that's the most important thing. As I just said last week in any of my interviews, that the FA Cup's a wonderful thing and great for supporters, and it's something that I'd love to have gone on further. But this is today's is the bread and butter stuff, and this is what counts. And I thought the boys reacted well, and to come away and to score 5, and as I say, unfortunately conceded the death was a little bit disappointing. But I've got to say to the boys, I thought we was outstanding. A little bit disappointing, a little bit of discipline at the end again. It's something that I've been in there talking about because it needs to be addressed. But I've got no control of that on the pitch, but I can control it off of the pitch, and players need to have to learn and learn quick.
Yeah, delighted for both. We've shown good movement, and Sham's obviously shown previously that he scored goals and he continues that. And I think if we keep going that direction and keep improving, we'll be in good stead for the rest of the season.
We spoke many times after matches this season about not taking our chances and not scoring goals that we should have done. No complaints today though, 5 goals and some very good goals as well.
Yeah, you have to feel sorry a little bit in a way that it's very difficult when you play against 10. It's sometimes if they raise their game, there's not a lot in it, and as you see, second half for the first 5 or 10 minutes they come out quite bright. But when it went down to 9, it was basically game over, and we kept the ball. And if we would have been a bit more ruthless in goal, we could have probably had double figures here today. So, we take the 5. I'm more disappointed with the goal we conceded than scoring any more than 5. But I know it's hard because when you're playing against, and there's so much space out there, sometimes there's so many passes that you can deal with. People make slightly sloppy decisions, and sometimes people don't see the right ball. So, but they was never coming back from that. And the biggest pleasing thing is what you said there, how we reacted from last week, and I think that's a sign of a good side. We played a good team last week in Dartford. We played a good team here today. So, I'm not saying I'd swap these 3 points for the FA Cup, but it's certainly 3 points towards our cause that we need to try and sort of stay within this pack of the promotion, even at this early stage.
And 2 more goals for yourself, and they couldn't be more contrastingly different, could they? One with a counter-attack and roll in the bottom corner, another one top corner.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think I showed different parts of my game then that I can do both sides sort of thing. So I'm delighted to get on the score sheet, but most importantly to get the win and just be in contention up there at the top of the league.
As you mentioned a couple of times, obviously it's disappointing conceding right at the end there with Mark Hughes scoring the death, but also Chris Bush getting his 5th yellow card, so he'll now be suspended against Wealdstone. But it was a needless yellow card, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it affects us, and we've just spoke about how it affects us, and I think especially the way the new system's coming in now, it's automatically into your next game, and so I've got 2 centre-halves missing, so you just think, wow, like, why? I mean, he knows that Adam's suspended, and yet he's put himself up for offer on the 5th booking. I just said to the players in there, it's criminal. I will always defend my players. In tackles, I would defend my players on certain bookings, but I won't defend my players on discipline, as they call it, dissent. So, okay, if the players are not going to be able to play, then obviously, there's a policy at the club that they get fined. So, as I said to them, why are you doing it? Why have you got to do that? Now we've got 2 centre-halves suspended. It just doesn't make sense. Not when we're in a position we are, and when you're playing against 9 men. I mean, what is? I don't know what he said to Chris, but whatever he said, certainly he flicked his switch. I thought when the 17 come on, I thought he was a bit sort of over the top in a lot of things out there. And I just think Chris probably got on the end of something that he hadn't liked beforehand. So something definitely made him switch it, flick his switch. And, in the end, they both got a yellow card. And I bet it hurts us more than it hurts them, because Chris was on 4 bookings. So, as you say, now next game, I'm still going to be missing Adam, and I'm going to be missing Chris Bush. And now, it makes it harder for me. So, just said to the players in there, fantastic result, but look, this is what I'm not happy with, and you can't be doing it. It's really marred today what I think was a good performance, a great 3 points away from home, and it's disappointed me.
And what was your view of Chris Bush has received his 5th yellow card of the season? It seemed to be a bit of a needless yellow card. He's now going to be suspended. What was your view of the incident that resulted in that yellow card?
I couldn't really see what happened. It happened quite quickly, but obviously I sort of came over and tried to diffuse the situation, but I wasn't really in close proximity to see what exactly had happened, but obviously something definitely went on there.
But when Chumps are in those sorts of positions, I think it was 4-0 at the time, we're cruising against 9 men. He needs to show a bit more discipline in those instances, because now he's going to miss the game up against Wealdstone.
Yeah, I mean, Bush he's a big player for the team, and we don't want to lose him. And obviously that suspension will miss out next game. So hopefully, obviously, we can get him back as soon as possible. But I think the main thing is that we showed good character from coming back from last game, and got the win and won in style, really.